Hey everyone, Corrie Thorne, the founder and creator of More Than Existing, a modern day mystic and psychic medium and everything in between. So my work is truly about being able to help others by inspiring through my own story, sharing my story, sharing my through my writings and my visions and my my artwork and all of those things where I am a seer. And so I channel through, I'm a channel and all things that I channel through. For you, I am doing each and every month of the zodiac sign. I am doing the energy read for everyone, an energy update for the year of 2023. So watch for your sign, and if it's not your sun sign, then watch your rising, watch your moon sign, and if it doesn't resonate with you, then it's not for you. Please remember, this does not replace any medical psychological advice that you've been given. This is to be taken as entertainment. I'm not working with you personally. This is also to be, remember, this is general. So this is me reading through the energy. It doesn't mean that everything applies or maybe nothing applies to you. And that's totally okay as well. So please also, if you love these videos, if you like these videos and you want me to be able to do more of these, please subscribe. Please hit that subscribe button here, hit the notification button and subscribe to my channel if you want to purchase my work, my books, and be involved in our upcoming summit for that starting the beginning of the new year, January the 6th. Please go to my website, corriethorne.com, and everything is on there that you could possibly want to be able to purchase from my website is there. Go check it out, or you can go to More Than Existing Academy of Higher Consciousness, which is mteacademy.ca, or Corrie Thorne, Corrie, Thorne, Thorne.com. So check it out. And thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for supporting me. And I look forward to what else I can bring to you in 2023. So bear with me for each and every one of these signs, and they may be short, they may be long. There's no guarantee. So let's see what your sign will bring for you. Hi, Aries. So I'm coming in to record your 2023 energy update, predictions, all of those things. So these I wasn't going to record, but something was a calling for me to come in. And as soon as I hit the record button, I just had this overwhelming, and I'm almost in tears, but I just had this big angel appear in front of me. And I'm just like, oh, where did you just come from? And I could just feel the love and I could just feel the power. And I'm like, and I just wanted to fall into the angel. And that's exactly as it just feels like. It's like, for many of my Aries, I feel like it's like, even till it's like we're hanging on to the last fucking day of the year. And it's like it's just giving us our last open wound to just say, okay, now are you ready? Like, it's been a challenge. It's like the last few years have been like the shipwreck, but the pieces, we kept trying to keep it from sinking, and then the boat sank, and then we've been trying to get to shore. And I just feel like it's like we're just coming to shore. And so I'm always surprised by some of the things that come through when I channel these messages, because I'm hearing them for the first time, as well as then I'm hearing them, I'm receiving them for the first time. And then when I hear them for the first time, I'm like, holy crap, like I never thought about that. I never, right? So it's like, so the channel also speaks to me and to my heart and my own healing as well. So I'm always honored to be a part of this, just like every one of you. I hear it and then I share it with you guys. Like, it's just an honor. But this divine angelic being, it's like a seraphim angel from the right hand side of God, like that light that you can't look into. It's like the burning light of absolute love, pure white light. This pure white light energy is like right here. It's like, now that we're coming to shore, I just feel like we can just fall and collapse. And it's like we've been waterlogged, our fire has been put out, we've been dull, and it's just like drying us off. And I just feel like we're being told, let ourselves fall into grace, let ourselves fall into the angels, fall into this pure love, this pure light that is holding the Aries energy right now, that is holding that Aries. You are that leader. You've been leading away. You've been caring for people. You've been taking care. You've been turning a blind eye to things that you just haven't had the courage to face, that you just haven't been able to do. And you have seen the worst of worst. You've seen the best of the best in the past few years. This Chiron energy has been chasing us, like the unhealed healer has been really truly saying, it is time for you to really do this for you, shine the light up on all those areas of our lives. And it's been since 2018. And it's like, and it's not that the Chiron is leaving the Aries. I'm not an astrologer, so I'd have to really go back to my astrologers to really ask. I read energy. I work with energy. I am a channel. I channel through the messages from the beings, from God, from the angels, and I listen attentively to what is being said to us or what appears in front of me. I'm seer. So as I see this, I feel like we've been just like bleeding out in our hearts, our everything has been like just bleeding out all of this stuff that we didn't even know existed within us. And so for Aries, I feel like what's happening in this pure energy, this pure healing, it's like that final zap that just says, give it to us. We will take it from here. It is time for you to get dried off. It is time for you to stand up. It's time for you to get your legs again. It's time for you to stand on earth. It's time for you to stand back up. It's time for you to heal that spine. It's time for you to heal that body. It's time for you to heal that voice. It's time for you to find that sense of self again. It's time for you to be grounded and rooted and remember who you are. Know who you are. Know what you're here to be. You may be blurting out stuff that just like, you're like, holy shit, did I just say that? And not so concerned about the outcome, but just finally finding your voice, getting to that truth within. And this seraphim angel, I just feel like we're being just so guided in such a way. So there is now, Aries, you can also get in your way. So if you get in your own way, you're going to find yourself cycling back again. So getting out of your own way, doing the things that you have to do. You have to face the things you have to do. Hire people to do the things that you can't do in the ways that you can. So what I mean by that is you may not be able to afford to go and get yourself a whole team. I know I can't. That's why you don't get the best videos. That's why you get this kind of video, but you still get the quality, you still get the message. But by investing in, sometimes is in, trades. Sometimes it's in, asking and saying, you know what, I can't do this. And I've realized something myself this year. I'm a business person. I'm in business, but I suck at business. I'm good at business per se, but I suck at the bookkeeping, the account. That's not my area of expertise. I'm aware of my worthiness, but I can't do that end, and I'm not good at it. So this is your year to surrender step into grace and show yourself mercy, because even though you may be good at a lot of things, there's things you're not great at. And there's things, so it's a year to focus on your greatness and not just your mediocre. What am I great at? What do I love? What fulfills me? What makes me happy? So you're here in a new beginning. You're in like ground zero depending on where this 0 degree is within your chart. So, within that range, apparently. I don't know astrology, but I'm just saying, like somewhere around there. That's what I keep getting. I've been through the dark hole. I've been through the black hole in ground zero and what it means to be out there in the energy of ground zero. My energy has, in my awake dreams, they've taken me through there. And so when the energy gets sucked through the black hole, it's like when it gets sucked through is that all breaks apart. And that's exactly, where I've been the past few years. All of what I was just broke apart and just exploded. And now it's like, and it goes totally dark. And life just felt, it was in the cave. It was in those dark night of souls, not dark as in dark, like, oh God, it's dark. But it's like, I couldn't see what was needed, where I needed to be. I couldn't pre-plan my own life. I could channel for everyone else, but I couldn't see myself in my own dreams. I couldn't see myself there. And then there's a little pinpoint and there's a little opening. And now we're seeing that little opening and we're just like coming through and a breakthrough. So this feels like a breakthrough energy, the opportunity to break out, break through, to come in and to get out and to be able to come out, but not we'll never be what we were before. So you'll never be able to be who and what you were before. The things that have changed us now have changed us forever. So this is for us to be for Aries to be able to be still your leader energy, but how do we lead? What do we want to be a leader in? And how do we want to show up in the world? Not to be, I'm not here to be a workhorse no more. I learned that through the donkey energy. Just because I can doesn't mean I have to. So it's like, you don't have to build a new ship and go to sea again. You don't have to go to war again. You don't have to be in those battles again. Leave that. So if you are my Gen X, if you're the Gen X of Aries, leave the wars, the battles to the younger Aries, the up and coming Aries. You get over here, you do the beautiful things. You be the fire that invites people in. You be the burning fire over here that can light up beautiful things, that you can create beautiful environments and beautiful atmospheres. Leave the fiery, like to have to break walls down, to break barriers down, leave that to a whole nother generation. And so if you are the younger generation of the Aries, I feel like you're moving into your power moves of having to be the break down walls, break down barriers, be the activist, be the voice, be the whatever that you need to be, and to really be powerful in your wheelhouse. Though, don't try to be everything for everyone. You're not here to be everything for everyone. And Aries, if you are someone who's got someone from your past who you've had to have boundaries to, don't you dare let those walls down and let that person back in. This feels like it might be personal. It feels like it might be an ex from before. Don't let that person back in, because they haven't changed, you changed. And because you changed, your heart is softer. You think differently. You're like, oh, but in my heart, I just feel like, so because you got a softer heart, you have to remember you changed, they didn't. And so those people that made their choice to, either not make time for you, not be there to support you in your worst times, and then all of a sudden they want to get back in your life because now your flame is burning and you got that, and you're that it person again, or you're doing whatever. You have to remember they didn't change. Not all of them, some did. But feels like it's a very specific message. Don't open that door again. Don't walk back to the back doors. Don't go back to that old ways. Don't let yourself back there. You're here to keep moving forward, keep burning a light over here, or breaking walls over here. Like just breaking through over here, or just be in the ambiance and creating environments and healthy, beautiful places. Be in love, and be in love in all areas. That includes self-love, self-awareness. And you can be so overgiving that you forget about you. And so it's time to let other people do the things that we are not here to do anymore. And that's a lot of the Aries energies. Others are newbies at it. So you're newbies at it, then you're here to do the things that you didn't get to do before, because the world has kind of stifled some of that, put out that flame, told you who you could be, told you what you had to do. There was so much suppression. So there's so much suppression that's being repressed and being kind of given. And so also old gals and guys that have that have been storing up this fuel inside of ourselves, I feel like we're going to heat up the world. Like we are going to heat up the world with love. So this is like that sense of stepping into heating up the world with love. Make it so hot and so warm that, it's going to drive out those that are determined to be out in the cold. But it opens up the world. And the Aries energy is really here this year to open up the world, to be a part of the new openings, to be a part of something bigger, to be the beginning of something newer. And I'm just like, there's just and I'm just really listening to this pure energy. And so this is opportunities for new beginnings, to be pure in your heart, to be pure in your mind, to be pure in your body, to really truly just honor the residue of the healing of the physical body, to know that we can be as powerful without having to be without having to carry the weight of the world. So a fire that burns in the lighter, like just that sense of being lighter. There's a lot of lightheartedness for the Aries energy this year, to not take yourself so serious, not to take life so serious, to set yourself free, to be free of this, to know that there's a lot of magical moments that are awakening in the hearts of those of the Aries energy. I feel like some of you are falling in love for the first time in your life, like falling in love with yourself, falling in love with life, falling in love. Maybe just finally fall in love and find that ideal life, that ideal partnership. I just see new blossomings. You may be having, maybe the year you finally decided that you're having children, and the children are coming in. This may be grandchildren, well, it would be grandchildren and children coming in. And I keep seeing that black hole, and I'm like, some of you are just going in through the black hole. Some of you are going into the black hole, but it is that ground zero. I feel like it's like new beginnings. Like you get to start from where you were and do what you need to do. And so I just feel like it's like, and this is in reverse. So I have the opposing energies. And so there's always, you're going to be met with this, but this is not you. This is coming from the outside because it's in reverse. I'm like, this is coming from the outside. This is like, so the world outside and the views and the opinions of the outside can have its effect on us, right? So sometimes if you get back into an old pattern, you're going to be overly ambitious and trying to overkill, right? It's like doing the overkill. Don't try to do the overkill, because the world outside is saying, oh my God, now that you're back, or now that you're here, now that you're feeling better, now that you're doing this, you have to remember where you have been and what you have existed in, because there is going to be the outside world that has a very different opinion than you have living in your heaven, living in what you've created, living in, where you have been. And when where you have been, you don't want to step back there. You don't want to go that way again. And I just keep getting this purpley grandmothery energy that just says you are protected, you are guided. There's friendly competition, like that's around, but that's people that are inspired by you and they want to be with you, and they may tease you and just say, oh, now that we got you back, we want this, but they know what's best for you. I mean, that energy outside that just takes and doesn't give anything back, because there has to be that in your life, because even though we're here to give, and this year is really about being able to give, we are stepping back into our ability to be able to give again, because there's nothing we love more as an Aries energy than to be able to give. And just like the angel realm, that's what they're telling us, just like we love to give, you love to give. It's so important. But it's pure thought, pure truth, pure energy, pure honesty. And that means no doubt, so that you can really work from your intuition, from your instinctual self, to fully trust you. Pure thought, pure energy. Don't get caught up that negative naysaying energy. I feel like don't get caught up, because you can get so overinvested in wanting to be a warrior again, wanting to get involved in everything. You're not here to be so involved in a lot of the outside energy, but you have a lot of beautiful transformation and beautiful new beginnings that are happening. And there's a lot of divine energy around, a lot of divine energy that's just kind of pulling up. Prince of Winter. I love this card. This is Radley Valentine's Fairy Tarot. Well, this is actually the original deck. So this was with Doreen. And so I trained originally years ago with Doreen Virtue. And I don't know why, but and I've always held on to this, sense of, it's like, I know she's taken a different path. I know she's traveling her own journey. And I always said, I wish her nothing but the best. It's how our life, we don't know our fates. We don't know what life has in store for us and the journey we have to take. But I always say, I believe somehow, some way there's a new bounce, or like a blend of her finding her way back into whatever, whoever she's meant to be. And I don't know what that means, but I just keep seeing that somehow. And so there is this sense of seek out an intellectual solution to your problems. So don't be impulsive this year. So this little weaselly thing right here, weasels can be little assholes, even though they are cute. Your impulsiveness, Aries, can lead you to look like a little asshole. You literally can get caught up in thinking, in being impulsive and not thinking and just doing. So this is a year to be very focused because the fire is coming back on, because the energy, because there's purity again. It just feels like it's like you feel like a child again. There is childlike energy. So it's like you're just a newbie. You're just learning to be from wherever you are in your path, wherever you are, you're just starting. So Aries naturally has a childlike energy. Sometimes it's hard for us to let that out, but it's very much who we are. And so, it's like, don't act, don't act too quickly on things that need serious consideration. And then, and other things are going to be like, whoa, I'm doing this and it's happening now. And you have to use discernment. And I feel like this is going to be kind of coming later in the year. So well, no, it's winter. So Prince of Winter. It could be this winter, it could be the next winter. I don't know exact times. They don't give us times, but I'm like, just unexpected things are just happening. And the weasel is smiling. So I feel like I'm going to say feels like a little bit of a childlike jokester energy. And I feel like something really sparkly and good is coming. And for some of my Aries, something really sparkly and good is coming. And you're like, holy shit, can't believe this is happening. And you're going to have to make a decision very fast. Don't be impulsive and just try to go backwards or think. Like, you really have to put a little bit of thought into it, but you know what you're doing. And I got a smile on my face. I know it's something really good. And I know we're about to make some changes. So you're about to make some changes in life. And it's going to be happening either this winter or next winter. We don't know exactly when. But it's there. Right. Your finances are absolutely important. Important. It comes into that money tree. I feel like there is money here for you. There is money. There's money. And I know that seems really, really odd, but I'm like, there is money. And it feels like an abundance of like, and that may not mean a big fortune for everyone, but I'm like, it just feels like some were designed to be this energy. And I'm like, it's the end of old beliefs of lack of worth, old beliefs and ultra that we're not worthy. You're not supposed to have this. And I just feel like it's coming. It's at the door. It's here. It's already here. It's already in the energy. And you got to really invest wisely. What matters? Who deserves it? Like, who deserves your time? So abundance is also time and your minutes, your moments, minutes, your moments. So your moments here on earth, your everything. Who deserves that time? What's worth investing into? And I just wrote for myself. I'm like, I am banking and I am investing, and it doesn't cost anything to be happy. Happiness is I don't have to lose anything. You don't have to invest anything to be happy. Happy just is. And I'm choosing happy. And I worked on joy, and that was all more than existing. I'm finding joy and happiness no matter the cost. Well, now I've changed the statement. Now it came at a cost for joy to discover what joy would mean. And now happiness is going to be everything. I'm banking into happiness. And what brings that sense of happiness, that sense of joy? What do how many hours a day do I want to invest into having to feel like I'm obligated? So making sure that you invest wisely is very important in all areas. Your minutes, your moments, your time, your heart, your mind, what you share, what you give out, all of those things, Aries, is crazy, crazy important. Because remember, pure. This is here to purify our thoughts, our energy, so that we don't get in the trap, in the sense of entrapment that leads the shadow back into letting us believe the old stories, the old narratives that go traditions and goes ancestors or generations back, traditions, all those things. Some of you are going to be moving closer to family, getting connected to family, and being tied deeper into family connections. Like, just that thing that just, you get older and you just want to be more together. And I see there's more coming together. Some of you are going to have to deal with some family, family aging, parents aging, or, the loss of people within our family. And, I just feel like you're going to be guided by your guides, by your angels in exactly what to do and how to do through this. I do have the star coming in. And the star is, this, when the star energy comes, this is a major life event. So everything is preparing us for this to, hope, optimism, the beautiful future. It's just there. The power of faith to move mountains, happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. And I'm telling you, I'm an Aries. I know what these past few years have been like, but beautiful things have been happening. For me personally, as hard as it's been, with the help and love and support that I've had, I've still put out 2 books, right? And so um there's been beautiful things also met with, and I've had some really big opportunities, but I've also had some really low moments. So there's been a lot of high and a lot of low and a lot of healing and Phoenix moments, dark night of soul, all those things that I didn't even know the words to about 10 years ago, 15, no, more than that. I know, a little longer back. I've been doing this for 20 years almost, but it's like all these things that I never even put a lot of thought into. I knew, but didn't put a lot of thought into, seems to have unfolded in my life. And so you may find yourself there. You may find yourself having gone there. And so, this feels like, the beginning of the year is we're being told that there is, like I said, you're going to be met with some of this, even though because we got that weasel energy here. So there's some old habits or some old people trying to weasel their way back in. Wise investments, being very, very, very aware of where you invest your time, your thoughts, what you watch, what you listen to, what you get involved in. You don't need to start going back out and doing the same shit you used to do because you're feeling good. You got to do new shit with new people. And sometimes the old people who've been there to support you, yes, of course. Don't get me wrong. So then we have the unity coming up. And so this is major life changes. This is major moments in our lives, and do the right thing for the right reasons. And that is our super ego. So not letting the shadow ego to rule your world, because if you get God complex, or if you think you're greater than because your energy is feeling good, or if you start getting like this sense of get up on your high horse, you got to be very aware of it. If you get up on your high horse, the fall from grace hurts. Trust me, I have fallen a few times. The fall from grace hurts. You have to consider everyone that matter to you and all the things that you're doing. And that's why wise choices and decisions does matter. But I do feel like tradition, some of you are finding your way back into family traditions, find your way back into the roles of traditional things, what's important there. And then I got the hermit. And I feel like for some of you, there is a real commitment to you, to your spiritual journey, to your spiritual path that's coming in now. But also a mentor sometimes in life. I feel like somebody may be walking into your life that really truly changes your life. Somebody who just is there to either be a life partner, a soulmate, or just and soulmates are not always romantic. It's just someone who gets you. It may be someone who mentors you. It may be someone who takes you on a whole new path, a new journey. The 9 is the power of 3s, and the 5 represents transformation, which is also unity, that sense of coming together. You're really, truly coming into a beautiful, great time. You just, you have to be, I feel like for some of you, you're taking a break from society, even though that fire's burning, like I said, the home fire, that in creating that environment is that the home fire is burning. And the home fire is just burned, just saying, you've been on such a long, long journey. It's been so hard. And everyone may have that, oh, you need to be doing this. You need to be getting out there. Some of the most inspiring things that we can do for ourselves is to take a serious break from society, from the world. If you've been the one who's been the warrior, like I said, I've been on the faith train. I've been saying this forever. I've been on the faith train and I haven't got off the faith train, but I think the train is coming to a stop. And hope and optimism stepping in. And I feel like I can get off the train. I've washed ashore, all of the moments of seeing things. And so for you, you may be there. I just feel like there is a golden light. For me, my big spiritual mentor will always be that essence of God consciousness and the divine. And that's my guides. And I walk with my imaginary friend named Jesus forever, and finding out the essence that the reason why we have that imagination that we can only imagine being good, being that great, is because we've been told our whole lives there's no way you can be that good. There's no way you can be, there's no way that we can be that divine of a person. But we have a level of greatness in us, and you all do. And so I feel like, really leveling up into a level of greatness. And it's like, you have to really remember this, because the stress of the world can become so overpowering that I feel like sometimes you just need to step away. It's the hermit. So I feel like it's like when all is going great and good and beautiful, you also have to remember that you also have to step away sometimes from a lot of things and find that sense of inner peace, because you have to balance the outer world that you're walking in and your own personal time. That if you've ever struggled with oversharing, feeling like you had to give to everyone, that you have to remember you're sacred as well. So there is excitement, there's enthusiasm, but there's also a slower paced energy that just keeps not pulling you back from your path, but pulling you back to take a breath before you move, before you act, before you respond, before you make some choices to be caught up. Because I have justice coming in here, and it's a win. It's a big, big win for you, a big win. So wherever that sense of being wherever the negative impacts in life, I feel like there's a positive outcome. There's positive change, there's positive solutions. And I'm like, it's not, it's playing a mind game on you somehow. And yeah, no, nothing is keeping you from this. Nothing. This is temporary. So if you're going through changes like struggles, divorces, breakups, or if there's some sort of like battle you've been in your own mind between who you should be, what you should be loyal to, what you should be doing, I just feel like it's like all of that's like justice is being served in a way that you're finally being able to come into finding a sense of inner peace, being at peace, and just there's just a Archangel Michael, the seraphims are burning away anything or anyone who's been impacting you that way. And I just feel like wherever that judgment's coming in, there's big freaking apologies coming in. I feel like people are going to have to see around certain things. And yeah, you're great at multitasking, but you don't have to multitask in everything. This is a year to really ask for help. And it's a year for you to bring fun into your life. And I feel like there's a lot of fun to be had. So if life feels serious, if you get caught up in work, if you got people around you that are so freaking serious about everything, I feel like you're breaking free. If they want to be serious, let them be serious. But you're not taking life serious. You're not here to take life serious. You're here to make those changes and be the changes that you need to make within your life. Joy is here. There's just beautiful energy around. Purifying your thoughts if you're just in the beginning of a healing journey. If you're just starting an awakening journey, then this is going to be like quite the year. Hold on, because it's a roller coaster energy. It's an up and a down. If you're going through endings, like you're close to an ending, I feel like you're signing papers off on something and you're getting to an end, and a solution is being like something is being resolved, and it's the new beginning. Whatever's keeping you up at night, whatever it is that keeps you always feeling like you're not safe, I feel like there is safety coming in here. I feel like it's like there is like divine. The divine is here, and you are divinely protected, divinely safe for you to be able to charge forward with your life. There is great wisdom coming in. I have the Queen of Swords. You can think for yourself. You're allowed to be. So there is a battle of the mind somehow a little bit here for your Aries. You're so uncertain. You're very childlike energy because a lot of things feel very new to you. But it's like I have the Knight of Cups coming in as well. So I have the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Cups. And so it's like, you're holding its cup, he's holding on, he's not losing stuff, even though the horse kind of gets a little bit spooked by something. But what is important is staying here. And I just feel like it's like there is a divine coming in with their sword, Archangel Michael cutting away. See, here's the Fool. Here is the Zero. Here's the Fool card. And I'm laughing because I'm an April Fool's baby. And so this is new beginning. So this is a 0. This is you're in the middle, right? So it's like you don't have to make any choices or decisions in a lot of areas of your life right away. I don't feel like you need to jump ship and don't make any big life decisions until you're absolutely ready to make them. I feel like there's like there's a lot of energy you're juggling through. There's a lot of this and that's happening. And so you're in that middle point. So that 0 means that we're right in the middle of, we can still be a little bit sad. We can still be going through some challenges. We can still be grieving, but we have a lot to look forward to. And we have a future over here, but we're right here in this present moment. And right here, right now is like, this is what I have happening. I can have 2 or 3 scenarios going on, but I still am staying focused on me. And that's what you got to keep saying to yourself. I'm right here. I'm in this moment. I'm in this present moment, and all things will work out for the highest good, for the best. I just feel like do the right things for the right reason. Take the high road where you need to, and where you don't, just fucking stand up for yourself. Be strong in knowing who you are and what you are. This year, I feel like for some of you, you may have to deal with the challenges of like, if it's a custody battle or wherever that is, that you may have to deal with some of those challenges, but it's you're worth the fight. You're worth standing up for. So if you're challenged there, and some of you may have already just come through this, and if your past couple of years have been met with some of those difficulties, I just feel like it's done, it's over, and just let yourself fall into the arms of the angels. Surrender, let go. Know that you've made it now. You've made it through, and there's beautiful light that's coming, and there's beautiful light that is shining. I feel like you're getting some answers. So if you've been having some health issues and you have not been able to get answers, I feel like you're going to be getting answers, and you're going to be able to deal with things, handle things. If you're taking care of someone else that's ill in your family, I feel like it's like there's such gratitude for what you're doing. And they're so thankful, but it is a year of going back into giving, but a balance, because giving also means giving to you and making sure that you take care of you as well. This is a year of wellness as well. Making sure that you stay focused on wellness, focus on fitness, getting well, eating well, clean eating if you can. Like, I just feel like it's like really, truly, like what you feed yourself will really matter this year, Aries. It's like, clean up your act. Everything that was before cannot be now. And so it's clean eating, healthy, taking care of the vessel. You are the vessel, you are the body. The body is equally as important as the soul journey. Your human existence, your human world is important. Clean house, clean out the old closets, get all that done. I feel like you're doing all that in the early part of the year. Get rid of old clothes that it's going to be a someday for you, because when someday comes, you're not going to wear it. Don't those that come knocking on the door, that's all like, oh, I want it back in. It's like, no. You may need to be a support for somebody for going through something of their own addictions or their own isms or their own hurts, or it may be you, and you may need to finally admit that you need to clean house and do some healing and ask for help and guidance to get through some of the most difficult things that are impacting, affecting your life. So get real, be honest with yourself. This is ground zero. This is a place for you to be able to work from, to rise from. And knowing that we still got a few years of some of this up and downs a little bit, but there is the great healer within us that is awakened. And it's just, this healer energy means that we also have to be aware of what we heal, what we cleanse, what we want our sterile environment to look like. I want a beautiful, clean energy. I want to keep clean, clear energy. So cleaning, clearing, releasing, letting go, acknowledging, but also living in the moment, being present, and then letting in beautiful new experiences is going to be important for the Aries for this year. So beware of, like I said, pay attention to the things that matter the most to you, You have the beautiful divine energy that's with us right now, and that's probably going to stay all year. Well, they're always with us, but if you don't ask, they don't interfere. They're not coming in. It is a time of great love, self-love, and giving love. The home fire is burning. We have a lot of love to give. We have a lot of lead with love, lead with that passion of love, and not with desperation, desire, frustration, hate. Like, don't let that be your driving force. If it does, you're going to send yourself backwards, and you're going to fall off your high horse. This is to be lead with love, be love, love, and let love in. It's a heart opening energy that's here for the Aries energy this year, for you to let your heart in. Acceptance. It's time for you to start accepting the beautiful things, and accepting help, and accepting that you are here to, to be light, and to be free in so many ways. So cutting the cords, setting yourself free of the burdens of feeling so over responsible for everything. And I hope you have a beautiful year, and you'll be seeing much more videos coming up. And if you have not got your tickets to the online summit that's coming up January the 6th, 2023, if you're watching this early in the year, then get your tickets. Come in and listen to the amazing presenters that we have this year. It's all online. You can be in as much of the live as you can, or you can watch the recordings later, but it's worth being in there. So much love. Have a beautiful, beautiful New Year's. This is being recorded in the last part of December. So we do have some of the old residue energy that's still with us. And so have a beautiful year. Much, much love. And I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.